Hi guys, so I get so many questions on how I do my makeup, so I thought I'd just jump on here and shoot a quick video of how I do my everyday, like about 15-minute makeup routine. So right now I have on my hydrating um, eye patches from Marykay. I kind of put these on as soon as I wake up after I feed the cat, grab my tea. I put these on because I know I'm going to prepare for my makeup. So I've had these on for about 20 minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them off and you just peel them off. And whatever serum I have left on there, you just kind of want to rub the remaining serum in. And I kind of just get it all on the eye. And rub whatever serum I have left on there. And I kind of put it on my forehead too. I really like the way it feels. I put it in the refrigerator so it has a nice cooling sensation when I put it on my face. So I just rub that product in. After that's in, I go on with my tonic and I just spray my face. This tonic that I use, I get it from, I order it. It's called Pharmagel, and it's just a basic tonic. Kind of rub that in. Let that marinate. I kind of just press that in like that. Just so it's nice and on my face. Then I take a drop of our naturally facial oil. You can kind of see that. I love this oil because it's like a dry oil. I'm kind of oily, well actually really oily, and since it's a dry oil, it doesn't leave my face greasy, so I really like that. It just gives me a nice sheen. And just kind of put that on, especially the spots that I'm a little bit dry. And put that on. It smells so good. I love it. After that, I go in with my favorite sunscreen, which right now I'm using Urban RX sunscreen. You definitely want, and you want to get enough. I'm not the kind of person that cares that my sunscreen leaves me white, because I do wear foundation, so it doesn't really bother me. I know some people don't like that, but me, I don't care. But this sunscreen blends in really well, and it doesn't really leave you white if you blend it in enough. So I blend that in. My face is, feels so nice and hydrated after that. And you can see my face has like a nice shine to it, but not greasy. It doesn't feel greasy and sticky. It just feels nice and hydrated. Kind of like I just like splashed water on my face. So it's just a nice cooling sensation. So I just kind of let that sit in there for a while. And the first thing I do is my brows. Now my brows are microbladed, so it's like a tattoo. So they're pretty much in shape and done, but I like to tweak them a little bit more. So I go in with an angled brush. This is just I think this is a Juvia's Place angled brush I got. And this eyeshadow that I got so long ago that you probably can't find, that I can't even show you because it's so gross, but I got it from Victoria's Secret, and it was a collab they did a long time ago. I don't recommend using something this old, but I absolutely love the color, and I haven't found anything that I love as much as this, so I use this. So I just get a little bit of that. I spray a little bit of tonic on there, get a little bit on my angled brush. Should have got a mirror, but I didn't. So I have to use this palette. And I just kind of fill in my brows a little bit more. And I know it's excessive because my brows are already filled in, but I don't know. I think it's just habit. I haven't had my brows done for that long, so I think it's just a kind of like a habit for me just to do it, because it really doesn't do much. But, and I just kind of go along and just fill in the little sparse pieces. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to take my concealer and clear it up. So if your brows aren't tattooed like mine and you're just kind of like filling in, you're like, oh my gosh, I kind of messed up. You can't really mess up because with the concealer, it's just going to kind of clear up everything. So once that's on, I go and I should have been a little bit more prepared. I get my, this is a Bobbi Brown pencil. It's actually an eyeliner definer pencil. Brush. I get this one. And my MAC NC50 Studio Finish Concealer, which the top came out. I get a little bit of that on my eyeliner definer brush. And this is what you're going to use to kind of clear up the shape of your brows. And then I just go at the bottom and kind of define it and carve out the shape. I'm going to do the other side. And you can really see how my face is really glistening from the oil. I wish you can feel it because it's not greasy, but it does give me a nice hydration. I think it's a good combination, maybe the oil and then that sunscreen. So put a little bit of this. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's just carving it out. I'm gonna go all the way down. Now I don't go, some people go on top of their brows. I don't. I just clean up the bottom. That's there. And I feel like if you go in a little bit more in the front, it just kind of defines it a bit. Like that. Once that's on, I then just take my ring finger and blend it out a bit, bring it down. It just blends out the concealer a bit so it's not like a stark line. That's that. And you can blend it out a little bit more if you feel like you need to blend it out more, but I don't. I kind of like that look. So then my brows are done. Then I go in for the shadow. shadow, I typically use just 2 shadows. Today I'm using Frozen Iris, which is like a purple, and Burnished Bronze, which is like a nice bronze shade. I'm gonna go in with my Mary Kay All Over eyeshadow. I like to spray a little bit of my tonic on my brush just to get my brush wet. You can use water or whatever. And I get a little bit of the, I'm gonna use the bronze. Get a little bit of the shadow on there. And this is actually gonna go all over my lid. I hope you can see the color pay off. But I feel as though when you wet your brush, you have more flexibility with the product than when it's dry. You can build it up a little bit more. If that makes sense. So I go kind of all over. I'm gonna do the other one, same way. Go all over. It's the simplest, quick makeup look. And what's good about these 2 colors is they're really complementary on everyone. Everyone looks good in this bronze shade. So I go that, real simple. I go all the way up, almost to my brow bone, but I don't go all the way up in there because I have that concealer, which kind of gives me a highlight. Once that's on, I flip it on the other side and I go in with the Frozen Iris, which is the purple. And I'm just gonna put this right here. It gives it a little bit of like a purple-esque to it. And I just leave it on the outer corners there. The other side, same thing. Is right on the outer corners. All done. Then it's time for the face. Today I'm using, what do I do with it? I use a little bit of both. I use my Time Wise Bronze C 160, and this is in the Luminous formula, and then I mix it with the Bronze W 140 in the matte formula. I always do that. I don't know why, but I've never been like a full-on matte girl or full-on luminous girl. It's just that kind of, I've always mixed my foundation. So I mix these 2 and I apply it with my Mary Kay foundation brush. This, I just take 2 dabs of the luminous. 1, 2. 2 dabs of the matte. And that's how much foundation I use. I don't use a whole lot of foundation. Then kind of dab it and the 2 colors mix. Then I go ahead and buff it into my skin, giving me a kind of airbrush finish. Now you can add more foundation if you want to give yourself more of a full coverage. I kind of like my imperfections to show, like a little bit of my moles and a little bit of my freckles, just because it gives me a more natural look. But sometimes I go in and I want to do, you know, the doll skin, like no imperfections or anything, and I go in with just a little bit more foundation. And I just kind of buff it in like this. Using the same brush, I go in with my concealer, which I use light bronze. It's my Marykay concealer. And I just put a couple dabs here. Down the bridge of my nose. And I go on with the same brush and do the same thing and buff it out. It just kind of opens your eye a bit, you can see. But everything looks real white and natural. Just gonna blend out any harsh edges. Once that's done, I go in with my fluffy, which one is this? This is a cheek brush, but I actually use it for my powder. And I'm using Bronze 1 in the pressed powder. I hit pan on here, so I need to definitely get some more. And I just set my face with this. I use this to set my entire face, my under eyes and everything. And I just kind of press it into my skin. Going all in. And I don't powder too much because, like I said, I like that nice luminous look to my skin. I just press that in. That's done. And I go in with I actually use a eye smudger brush for my contour. And I use the contour in Cocoa. Marykay, once again, get a little bit of this. And I just go down the bridge of my nose. I love this contour. So I'm down here, kind of drawing a line, as you can see. Do the other side. Right down. And as you can see, it's really harsh. I go up into my brow. I do the line pretty harsh in the beginning and then I blend it out. Same thing with my cheeks. I go here and I do like a pretty harsh line right in there. And I stop in the center of my cheek. Other side, pretty harsh line right in the middle of there. And it looks really harsh, I understand, but you'll see when I blend it out. Then I take that same powder brush and then I'm gonna start blending it out. Blend it out and down, just to kind of get rid of that harsh line. Same thing here. Getting rid of that harsh line there. Last step, I get my Marykay waterproof eyeliner, just in black. This is really easy to use if you're not really good with eyeliner. It's a felt tip like marker. And I don't wing out my eyeliner. I feel as I've gotten older, when I wing out my eyes, it kind of makes my eyes look smaller. So I stop right at the end of my eye. And I just line the top ever so lightly. Oh, it looks like I might need a new one. I'm running out. You can see. Just tracing, keeping it right on the lash line. And I just do the outer corner. I don't line the entire eye. Yeah, I need to get a fresh one. I'm about running out. So just the outer corner. Time for mascara. Now, I use mascara when I don't wear lashes, and I don't feel like wearing lashes today, so I'm going to use a little bit of mascara. Oh. Okay, so I'm using my Lash Love mascara in black. I typically just do my top lashes. I don't really do my bottom lashes. I don't do anything to my bottom eye. I don't put eyeliner on my bottom or anything. I think it closes in my eye. So just a little bit of that. And I love this mascara because it gives you a nice false eyelash effect. See if you can see the difference. It really brings out your lashes. And that's just one coat. I like my mascara to dry between coats. You can't really put it on wet lashes. Put another coat on wet lashes. I'm gonna do 2 coats. And that really just bumps it up. You can see they look really long. There. Next. Now this usually takes me like 10 minutes, but since the video makes it a little longer. Next, I'm gonna use a little bit of a highlight. This highlight that I use is Golden Copper, and I'm using a Bobbi Brown brush because I cannot find my Marykay cheek brush, which is very similar to this. It's longer. So I get a little bit of this, and this goes right there on my cheek. So light dust. same brush I use and for my blush, and I'm using the Wineberry. Ooh, love Wineberry. Smile, and I put it right on the apples of my cheeks, and then I bring it down. I finish it off with my spray just to break up the powderness. And we're all set to tackle the day. Thank you.